A mysterious past, a terrifying power, and a lack of a memory. Hey, what's up? This is me, Alphen's Vlogs. I'm gonna be going down to Dana in a little bit. Probably gonna change how my life works. Just make sure you sub and hit that like button and subscribe, Anyways, this has been me, Renan's #1 YouTube star, looking to be the next sovereign. Anyways, I'll be going on a brief hiatus with videos, but when I come back, it'll be as the sovereign, baby! Keep sending those subs, bye! That's my lore. Okay, well, we're obviously supposed to talk to that guy. Can't you? Oh, wait, he is a Danon. Never mind. Good job to do. Now do it. Return to your position. Was I built as like the ultimate Danon warrior? The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking the connection while the ceremony's in progress. If you want to see your home again, you'll have to do a good job here, number 1237 or 1273. 1273. To be honest, I was beginning to sweat bullets. If you hadn't worked out, who knows what we would have done. It's the first time we've managed to assemble a sovereign and maiden ready for the ceremony, after all. But seeing you make it all the way to today has put my fears to rest. What are we talking about? A sovereign and a maiden. I'm going to guess that the maiden is going to be Shion. Sovereign going to be other dude? Swordman? This is definitely a pose Elise did a lot. Anyone we recognize? Another one bites the dust. Remember 1273, you're our only success story. Do not let all our hard work and research go to waste at any cost. See, sometimes the voices of characters find you. Looking at the statistics, the subject's biological sex appears to have almost no bearing on the rate of success or failure. Well, that's nice. Good to know they're at least progressive in that sense. Oh, it's you, 1273, or should I say, Sovereign. You don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We can't risk losing you to injury at this stage. So we're going to keep you from feeling pain. Well, alright. I mean, this is at least helping me, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, this is putting me at ease as far as, like, the issue where it's like, man, everything just seems so convenient that Alphen is exactly what we need at this moment. If he was, like, engineered to be the answer to this problem, then okay. Fair enough. I accept that. I don't know who got it in their heads to start calling you sovereign. At the end of the day, you're nothing more than a test subject. Your only worth lies in your physical aptitude for the task at hand. Your thoughts and feelings are of no concern. But you gave me this fancy Renan cloak. Surely I have some value. Anyone else got stars on them? Return to your position. Am I allowed in here? Not authorized to enter this room. Ah, here's a star. Is this the test subject, ma'am? Wow, it looks just like us. On the outside, maybe. Inside, it's as uncivilized as the rest of them. You haven't forgotten my warning from earlier, I hope. No, ma'am. No touching the test subject.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
You make me feel bad about myself, Reddens. Oh, you weren't here before. Savages, savages. Barely even human. Barely even Alphen. It's finally happening, huh? We need to change into our outfits, then meet in front of the transference device. Once this is all over, you'll finally be able to return home. That's what I'm hoping for. So sorry you got dragged into all this. It's not your fault. Just do what we have to and get this thing over with. Right. So that looked like Xion to me. Did she lose her memories?
I just wanted to go back. To Dana.
Or is she knowingly
To my home.
avoiding telling us?
Alphen.
Niori.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say that test didn't go the way it was supposed to. Oh, her hair's
Alphen.
What did I do?
Live for me.
No. Niori. No! Wait, please. Wait, I
still have my monocle.
What was that? That... How long ago was that?
Gotta assume it was, roughly a year.
That's right. Xion.
And everyone else, all my other friends. Oh boy, that's a big stomach cramp.
Oh, right. That's what pain felt like.
Oh yeah, you know what? Fair enough. That would hit you like a ton of bricks. There's probably a lot of internal damage
So
you've
much
done
for
that
it
you
all
never
being a bad
noticed.
dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Man, remember when I said it'd been a while since we played as Alphen and, I was cool leaving him in the back row? Looks like we lost everybody. Don't turn that on! Don't do it! Okay. You know what? That's probably for the best, Alphen. You don't need that anymore. Your hands probably couldn't take it. We'll deal with not having it for a little bit. Yeah, I know that means kind of your main use of my party is gone, but... Hey, you were fun to play as. We can have you in the front line.
I need to find them. Better start looking.
Even my muscles aching. But hey, we got the Master Core of Wind. Oh, good. I'm glad everybody healed after that. I mean, you don't need to sound like you're struggling that hard, dude. We're doing okay. Can't even run. No sprint.
Niori. Xion. Damn it.
Uh-oh. Let's see if we remember how to do this while feeling pain. It's a muscle.
Here I come.
You guys.
Slash.
Yep, no. Didn't happen.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Held the button. No fire sword.
I'm not done. Slash. Raining slash. Here I come. You're mine. Sword Rain Alpha.
Ah, we're not.
Here I come.
I
Sword Rain
need
Alpha.
law.
Rising Wyvern. Strike. Stardust. Lunar Rondo. Strike. Take this.
Wait, hold on. Does this work?
This one's all mine.
No, of course it
It's
doesn't.
too much. Eat dirt.
This is actually getting scary.
There. You're mine. Slash. Raining slash.
Okay, hold on. Just gonna do a bit more healing.
This should do it. You're mine. I'm not done. Sword Rain Alpha.
Okay,
Rising
Alphen,
Wyvern.
we've definitely been missing out on playing with you for a little bit.
You're
It's starting
mine.
to show.
Sword Rain Alpha. Blow away. Rising.
Also, I find these guys
Here
have
I
like
come.
the toughest
I'm
moveset
not
to
done.
dodge, so it
Sword
sucks
Rain
that they're the
Alpha.
first thing I find.
Demon Fang. You're finished. Take this.
'Cause their windups take forever, so I always think they're gonna attack earlier.
You're finished.
I don't think we have a death protection on him,
This
so.
should do it. Take this. I'm not done. Swallow Blade. Blow away. Try harder. This one's all mine. Sword Rain Alpha. Blow away. Eat dirt. You're mine. I have no limits. Take this. Sword Rain
Actually,
Alpha.
you're feeling
Swallow
very
Blade.
limited right now, Alphen.
Lunar Rondo.
But we did it! Can we fast travel? Gotta see if this game has tension. Hold on. We'll check after this cutscene.
Alphen?
A familiar voice in the distance.
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive.
I
Are you all right?
remember you.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back
Wait.
the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
I'm guessing Shion's still missing.
Finwell. Where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
So is this not even gonna be like a region? Is this just gonna be a big dungeon?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Because we're gonna have to
Shion?
rescue her pretty quick for Alphen to
Oh.
feel normal again.
Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
Well, I can feel pain again, and I can't use my magic fire sword, which I could only
He's
really use
probably
because I
just
couldn't
exhausted.
feel pain.
Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Hey, the retired Avenger. I'm no longer an Avenger. I've joined the Guardians now. Ooh, Holy Lance. Looking forward to that. What are we getting over here? Holy Lance, way more exciting than that. I'll let him keep that. Boy, that anti-dragon damage might have been better earlier. I should have thought about that. There's probably a reason they gave me that, and it was that fight we just barely survived earlier.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
Guys, we got other things we gotta deal with. Like, Alphen still can't sprint. Holding R2 and no hustle with this guy. Alright, well, hold on. You know, what if... Nope. Dohalim's gonna help out and just let it, yeah, we'll take this at Alphen's pace. It's cool. Alright, where do you think that owl's gonna be?
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
What are you talking about, Alphen? Every enemy's ordinary to us.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Oh, I just saw. Oh, yeah, didn't you get a new art that lets me go in the air? Because I don't like Elusive Deity. Let's see what Penumbra does.
You're mine!
Combo first.
Rotating pile driver!
Sleep now.
I'll face you! Seismic rupture! Don't get carried away! You miss! Begin! Sleep now! Penumbra!
More for the sleep.
The teleport seems to take a little bit. I wonder if it's going to be...
I'll face you!
Demon, this one's mine!
I'll grind you into dust!
And that's a lot more useful when you can use your fire sword.
Shut him down!
Down on the ground! The earth throbs in pain.
More where that came from.
Begin!
Celestial hammer.
Seismic rupture! Tempest! Down on the ground!
That one's not very good either.
Can't move! Forgive me. This is my fault.
Jeez, Alphen. You can't even use your own health anymore and you're still dying over here?
Can you take it?
I mean, I guess I should be the healer of the party, right? Think about that. Maybe that's why I should be playing Alphen right now. Because I won't be paying enough attention to do that.
It was a
Alright, this
close
man
thing.
designs his none-eye covering mask and his suit of armor. Alright, you know. We'll give him a cool colored armor. Yeah. Ooh, he can't even wear his iron mask right now, but we can wear this one. So you know, this is a mask that he can see. You know, this isn't covering his eyes. Both eyes are clearly visible. But it is still a mask, and you did say his non-eye covering mask, so. Okay, this is the one you meant. Cool. Thought I was slipping. Ooh, and even in the art, there he is. Looking great, lad. All right, you know what? I'll be Alphen. This is clearly what they're wanting. All right, there. I see the owl. No, don't.
Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions.
Fun little sway.
Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Oh, you noticed?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
What about your memories? Did those come back? I'm sure they were all
I
pleasant and
wonder
good.
if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Hey, hey, hey! All right, here we go.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Clearly. Now everything feels right. This is what I'm used to. Nah, we'll let him keep his eyes for now. Another owl.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe. Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
Does she even want rescuing?
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
Red Burning Dragon wanting Alphen with his DLC sword skin and a double
I
eye
got my
patch
memory
law.
back.
Sure. I'll miss the pipe, but we'll do it. Could we like have him describing his memory so I can make sure I picked up everything that happened?
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
There's like 4 feet between us. He's fine.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave.
I mean...
The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
My eyes went black for a while, and when I came to, the world was torn apart.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
She just
But
looks
Shion
familiar.
said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maid and they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Well, her hair was blonde.
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Ah, so it was a sister, probably.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After I After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through.
A big no-no.
By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years and required the work of countless laborers.
By
Dohaling's
ancient, you mean...
eyelashes are doing a little
It
weird.
predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
I mean, could just be history repeating itself. Doesn't necessarily
That's
mean...
right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being.
Oh, okay.
Deep down, maybe I already knew.
You're right. That
Some
stool
hero,
he's
huh?
sitting on is like comically small.
Cooperating with the same villains who
Okay, it looks a
snatched
little
me
better
from
from
my
that
home,
angle.
committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me.
This is fucked up, man. I don't get it.
So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
We've also killed hundreds of guards in the Renan castles. There's so much blood on all of our hands.
Kisara.
Listen,
Oh yeah, is Alphen
what
the
you
original
really
Darkwing?
need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight.
And there was that armor in the
Truth be
castle
told,
that he's wearing
I
now.
think that probably goes for
No,
all of
it was
us.
for an ancient Danon, like, hero or something. Was it his all along?
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight.
No.
This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
I want to be alone right now.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Bye, Alphen. Feel better.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Alright, well, we can't give Law the outfit you asked for, but I can at least give him that sword skin. Ooh. The garish glow. Still no option to sprint. Hey, wait, hold on. We can fast travel here? Ah, okay, we can't leave. We can't even go to the Owl Forest? Wow. Good thing we did that before the dungeon ended.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels
feel
just
like
as
we're falling
elusive
into
as
some
when
sort
we
of
first started.
Dark middle
I
chapter.
am well
or
aware of
something.
where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same
that's a big
meaning as it did
assumption
back
we're
then?
making there. We don't know for sure that happened 300 years ago,
Listen,
but based on
I
how
may
they're
be a
talking about
traitor
it, I'm
among my
assuming
people,
it's a
but
fact.
I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
Was the
3
iron mask
centuries
I was
is
wearing
more
the
than
whole time the
several
crown
lifetimes.
everyone's fighting over?
Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath
Yeah, we have a
mine.
whole lake
Thanks
of
for letting me in here.
liquefied people.
And sorry for being a bother.
We don't know
Please,
how many people
no
you
thanks
killed
are
in your
necessary.
messed up ceremony
The quicker
that
you get
had
back
no
on your
active
feet,
hand in.
the sooner we can all get back out there.
Unless they tell you, like, yeah, you losing consciousness in the middle of the ceremony is what killed those people, then okay. Maybe you should wallow in some guilt for a while.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed
Well, it's
their
almost 300
territory
years
on our
ago.
way
Anyone who
here,
cared about the
and
people
now
who
they're
died
looking
are
pretty
long dead.
riled up. So,
Except you.
feel
So
like
stop
you're making
caring.
headway? You know, sorting through things?
All
Clearly
I
the
know
girl
is
you
Shion
liked was
needs
still
our
alive.
help. As for what happens after that,
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then,
Wait. So
Look,
you
it may
mean
sound
wasn't just
terrible, Crazy
Danons
Crabs,
like you
but
that
we
Lenegis
all know the
abducted?
old adage,
You're saying
tragedy
they
plus
forced
time
Naori,
equals comedy.
one of their
He's
own,
had
to
300
serve
years
against
on his
her will
tragedy.
as well?
It's pretty funny
even
now.
within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
No,
In all
no, no. You
honesty,
see, this is a debt that had diminishing
don't.
interest. It's actually okay.
You can't
yeah.
atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor.
Look, your armor is clearly black
Back
and
after
brown
my
and
brother had passed
blue.
away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us.
You've probably
what I
saved
heard?
more lives than
I
you
heard
ended
you
that
telling
day.
me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you.
You didn't have to curse at me.
But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
I guess I wanted a free and equal Dana.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place.
I
Now
was
that
so
it's
busy making a
returned,
new one.
Well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
I feel like we
What about
really
your
jumped to
hometown?
that being 100, like
Do you know
300
if it's
years
still
ago
there?
fast.
I doubt it.
Just because we had a similar
When the
instance
Renans
that
invaded,
occurred.
the world as I knew it changed
Like,
overnight.
There's a very real possibility
Even
that
if the
this
place is
happened a
still there
year ago
physically,
and it was just
I
kept
expect
under
the
wraps.
people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least.
Why would he only
My
show up
family.
now?
My friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion,
I mean,
then it was me.
they've also
and
had
now
way
it's
more
you.
crown contests or whatever
All of
since
us
this
suffering.
happened. So, like, you're
Just
not
because
sovereign
of
anymore.
some power
That's
we never even asked for.
a term job.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely.
Shouldn't you, like,
all
get
by
over your
herself
trauma
wherever
or
she
something
is.
so we can leave?
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Oh, there's like a... Open around. Can I go in here without them? Oh. Regime in Pelesian. Been years since any more deserters have arrived here, however. I'm not even sure how it got there at this point. What could have happened to stop the flow of people, I wonder? Well, that new crazy swordman lord. Maybe he hunts people down when they try and run. Guessing we'll have another scene in here later. Okay. I was gonna say, it's kind of annoying me that he can't sprint, but he just can't sprint inside. I'll need to talk to all these villagers. Anything to pick up while I'm here? Did we find the owl that was in here? Nope, so I see it there. A star hair clip. Ooh.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I
don't
get
have
it.
half a mask
You
anymore.
finally
I feel
remember your
scared.
past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah,
Sounds an
I
awful
don't
lot like
agree,
my story when
but that
I
doesn't
joined,
mean I
just
don't
minus the whole
understand
300 years
either.
thing.
But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere,
That total
too?
babe.
Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Ooh.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes.
Law's a real bro.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think?
Up to that
Of
intensity
course
on that
I want to
delivery.
rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
But I'm still really depressed.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Someone,
to the inn, I guess.
Someone asked earlier what I think of Alphen's backstory now that they've given it. I mean, if they're committing and if it's serious, like he's this 300-year-old hero from the past, I don't like that necessarily. I like the idea of him being this weird experiment the Renans were doing or something. Like, that's really cool. But them adding also you just kind of got unstuck from time for 300 years or something somehow. That will probably explain later.
There you are!
That seems
What
a
is it?
little hokey to me.
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Grass
Can you
tastes
fight?
bad.
No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right. Great to have you back. Now let's do this!
Everyone's back. Law, got the real bro. Ah, okay. Ooh, lots of SP for Law that we haven't spent yet. Okay, did we have something marked? Yes. KO prevention. Ooh, he does need that, and he's getting pretty close. Inferno Punch sounds cool. But we'll wait for this. We will wait for that. I will be good, little boy, and wait. And if that's the case, then no one's got stuff to do.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Might as well end with a little bit of action, right? I won't cut this episode yet. Let's see if
the
Alphen
pain's
feels
too
better
much.
now.
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come. We can't let even a single one through.
There's a firm no-Zugo policy.
We
Fine
should
by me.
definitely let
Let's get to work.
you be in this party.
Ready and raring.
Look sharp.
Take this. I can carve through armor. No escape.
Alright, so for right now, I don't have to rely on healer,
Be my guest.
healer Dohalim. Dude, you getting over limit, like, honestly, not even that exciting anymore. You don't have a Mystic card. I guess this does make me feel like I need to spend it correctly, though.
Demons descend. Flashing fang.
I.e. just using arts.
No escape.
No further.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Not my finest.
You'll pay for that.
Bloody howling.
Oh boy. Yeah, without Shion, we still have a little bit of trouble here.
Negative gate from beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with life.
Nice shot, you dumb monkey.
Not done yet.
Come on. What was that about?
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Now.
Thing was just bouncing all around Dohalim. It's like it really didn't want to interrupt his spell.
Swallow blade. Rising Wyvern. Come on. On your strike.
Too fast. Stand back.
Sleep
I'll
now.
trip it up. Rinwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
Pain
But
hurts,
hey,
huh?
at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Oh my god, the village is on fire!
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, this Olim kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
The old Alphen theme comes back.
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me.
I wasn't paying
And left
attention.
me with
The
nothing but guilt.
battle theme that played for that fight, was
I was
it
completely alone.
the regular one? Or was
At
it
least
one
that's
from
what
the
I thought.
playlist? I can't remember what it had it set to. But this seems like a time where they would change the battle theme.
But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana.
Yeah, he's... I mean, he's an
Everyone,
unopposed lord now.
will
Is
you
he
fight
automatically
with me?
sovereign?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a
A little
path we
Thistleum,
can
a
use
little
to climb
Daddleum.
up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Ready to roll.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
I mean, we got food right there. Hold on. It seemed like an ending spot, but let's just see what this guy's
Okay.
got to say.
Why?
These Zoogles ain't trying to attack us. They're stealing our fish. These ape Zoogles, they've got huge arms that they use to smash the surface of the water and create big shockwaves. They do that to stun fish, which makes them float to the surface and rightfully
Damn it.
taken. Learned how to do that recently, and they've gotten damn good at it because it's making the rest of us go hungry.
What?
Fish that ain't like these fish grow on trees. That sort of fishing ain't good for
Is
our
that
waters.
so?
You guys are the only ones who have what it takes to drive those crazy monkeys out. Can we count on your help?
Okay.
Great job.
Fishing friends.
I'll
Oh,
teach
yeah,
these
and
small
the,
fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just
The costume request from earlier, before I forget. Did you have a specific costume you wanted in, or was it just the eye patches? Either way, we'll give him the double eye patch. And, oh, we never have him in his bureau outfit, so we'll put him in that.
watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Delightful. Well, okay. We've got a new backstory. We've got both of our eyes, a new lease on life, and a new mission. I think things are heating up here in Tales of Arise. I feel like this is the official start of part 2, if I had to guess. So hey, thanks for hanging out. It's been crazy, and I'll catch you next time.
Oh my god!